Hi guys, Timmy here, and today we're gonna talk about how to apply liquid eyeliner. I think liquid eyeliner is one of the things that I struggle the most, and I'm still struggling sometimes, but along the way I found really good tips and tricks that make it easier for me to apply liquid eyeliner, and today I'm gonna share it with you, so let's get started. Now that we are zoomed in and ready, the first step I'm gonna share with you is to choose felt tip instead of brush tips. I found that felt tip is easier to control, especially if you just started to use liquid eyeliner, just because it doesn't wriggle as much as the brush tips, so it gives you more control and precise application. A couple product that I'm gonna show you is this STILA all day liquid eyeliner, and also from Maybelline, which is Master Precise All Day, and this one is almost, the tip of it is almost like marker. I found that this works better for a beginner. And the other one I'm gonna show you is from Kat Von D, which is the tattoo liner. This is actually brush tips, but it packs so tightly, so I've been liking this one too. And recently I also been liking this from MACQUEEN, and the tip of it is almost like STILA, but it can give you like really thin line and precise, so I've been liking this one. The second tips I'm gonna share with you is to make sure that your product runs smoothly before you apply it on your eyelid. So I usually just try to apply it on my hands like that, just to make sure that it runs smoothly, because sometimes after you haven't used it for a while, the product can kind of get dry and stuck. So whenever you try to apply it on your eyelid, it can like kind of skip and then it ruins the look. So I always make sure to warm it up on my hands before I apply it on my eyelid. Next tip that I find it really useful is to make sure that I put my elbow on something, just like on the table in front of me or something, because I find that when I put my elbow on something, it makes my hand steadier and it doesn't move as much, so I can get even lines. Speaking of even lines, I always try to make my wings first before I apply it on my eyelid, just because I want to make sure both sides are even before I start to do the whole thing. I always try to start from the end of my eyelid, goes toward the end of my eyebrow, like that, or I can go straight line from my lower lash line going toward my temple, depending on how I feel that day, but most of the time that's the guideline that I use so that I can make both sides kind of even. Now when you're trying to make the line, just make sure you look straight onto your mirror and tilt your head a little bit so you can see all the areas. Just like that. And the same on the other side. I just tilt my hands like this, starting from the outer corner, the end of my eyelid, going toward my eyebrow. And when I'm satisfied with both sides of my wings, then I can start to draw the whole thing. I like to do this first just because it's easier to clean just your wings instead of like you already did everything and then you have to clean up everything. So I like to make sure that both sides are even as my guidelines before I try to draw everything. And I usually start like around 2/3 from the wing line, just because I want the tip of it to be the sharpest or the thinnest. So I always start kind of right there. And draw it little by little. And I imagine that I divide my eyes into two sections, which is the tip side and then the eyelid side. After I make the line from the wings to the tip side, I start from the other side and try to connect it to the tip side. Then after I make my line, I can start to fill up the empty area on the tip. And also the area near the lashes. And you want to make sure that you open your eyes but not pull, just because whenever you pull and then you let go, the shape will change, especially right here. Whenever you pull like that, then you let go, you will see that the shape is changed and it will not turn the way that you want it. So I always try to make the line on the inner corner the thinnest or the closest to my lash line, and gradually thicker toward the end. And you want to make sure that you really open your eyes when you're getting close to the lash line so you can access that area, especially if you have hooded eyes. Just like that. And you want to do the same on the other side. So that's it. And let's say there's a bump like that you don't want and you want really straight and smooth lines, you can just wait a little bit until it's dry and just kind of erase it with your finger or your nail. And it will look better. Now whenever you have a bump like that or like a mistake, you don't want to cover it with more eyeliner because then it will make your line uneven and too thick. So you just want to wait a little bit and then like erase it little by little with your finger or your nail, and it will look better. And if you kind of erase a little bit of the line, then you can put some more line right wherever you already put and not going on top of the mistakes. After you're done with your eyeliner, you kind of want to make sure that you tilt your head left and right just to make sure that both sides are even. And that's it. And I think I'm pretty satisfied with mine, so I'm just gonna leave it like that because I know that if I keep fussing with it, then it will turn out even worse. So just leave it like that and it will be fine. And one thing to remember when you're working with liquid eyeliner is don't press too hard whenever you're applying it on your eyelid, just because the product will bleed everywhere and it will make your line too thick. So you can make really fine line and really even line. So that's all my tips and tricks for eyeliner. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to ring the bell so you'll get notification whenever I upload new videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye!